Hey guys, so on the internet, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to try to scam you out of your belongings. And specifically in MMOs, a lot of people try to scam you out of your money, out of your items, those types of things. And we can think back to the oldest trick in the book, the tab space enter, all the way from back in the MapleStory days. I've definitely fallen to that back when I was a kid, and I'm sure many of you guys have fallen to that as well. But surprisingly, in Lost Ark, I really haven't seen that many scams. I think the only kind of scam that people can probably think about is like the, buying a bus and not paying for it, right? Oh, whoop-de-doo. They scammed you out of some of your money. But also, surprisingly, that doesn't happen all that often either. But probably partly because people do ask for payment before the bus starts. And kind of the biggest scam could be from the bus drivers as well, who fail like 3, 4, 5, 6 times and more than that on their bus, and they don't give you your money back until they just try to clear it, and they clear it in like 2-3 hours, scamming your time. That's kind of the biggest scam that I know about really in Lost Ark. But there is another scam that you guys might not know of that I want to make sure you're all wary about. So let's hop into the game and I'll show you guys. So in Lost Ark, there are certain guardrails put into place. For example, if I wanted to buy this Great Honor Leap, right? And I'm trying to buy too much of it, let's say I'm going to want to buy 500, right? There's only 244 for the 5 gold. If I buy 500 of these, it'll return to me that only a total of 202 units were purchased for the max price of 5 gold. That's because you tried to buy too much of the item for a certain amount of money. So let's say in this case, it was 5 gold. There were only 200 something of them, 202. And then the rest of them were 6 gold. And in this case, there were just a lot of the items that were worth 6 gold. And the game was like, okay, this person probably didn't want to buy this item for 6 gold. So we're only going to buy the 5 gold ones for them. And if they really wanted the 6 gold one, they can go back into the market and buy that later, right? So that's kind of the thinking and the logic that's behind the game and why you see these partial orders. Of course, it can be frustrating at times when this happens because you wanted to buy a ton of this item and it doesn't let you. Well, that actually doesn't exist for some things in this game. So I will show you where this doesn't happen, and this is where the scams are taking place. So if we go here to engravings, right, you can see that the highest price, you have Grudge, Slayer, the Predator Slayer engraving, Raid Captain, all these look normal, right? But if you look at the recent prices, oh my gosh, most recently, somebody bought a 10K Shock book. And for some reason, the daily price is 1.8K, probably because they didn't sell anything that day other than a couple of these books that were too expensive. As you can see right now, prices have returned to normal. But let's look at Gravity Training now. They were 1 gold just yesterday. Now they're 799. That's fine. It's because not many people were posting Gravity Training books. But most recently, they sold for 8K, 9K. Are you telling me that somebody was desperate enough to buy an 8K, 9K Gravity Training book? It's possible, but very unlikely. Much like this one, AT, 8K, 9K. Are you telling me that people are buying this for 8K, 9K? No, that is not the case. And here is where it happens. It's not that these are RMT sellers. It's because these people, there's not enough books in the market, and they list these books for a super high price. But sometimes when you're in a hurry, you might buy these by accident. Because if you look at it this way, right? Let's go to another book. Let's go to a blue book, right? Like this, like Aeromancer. You slam your key down, you're never going to get all the books that are available, right? The available quantity is too low. And as you know, if you've been a savvy person in the Lost Ark market, you know that even though you slam your keys down and you get the quote-unquote available quantity and you buy them, right? It's not like that's all there is in the market. You see, I bought the quote-unquote available quantity, but when I go back in, there's more of them available again. And that's because it doesn't show everything. So a lot of people have gone into this habit where they just slam their key down for buying these books and then expect to just get the maximum quantity and then go back and do it again. But in this case now, let's look at the shock scrapper trading again. We have one for 14, 15, 5K, 10K. And I want to demonstrate to you guys that it is not going to stop you from buying these 5 and 10K books. Well, I'm not going to demonstrate with a shock scrapper trading one. Those are just a little bit too expensive for my blood. So let's demonstrate here with this Aeromancer Wind Fury. Again, this is still going to be kind of expensive. I'm going to be doing this for testing purposes. Again, I don't have that much gold. But as you can see, I'm going to put 3 here. And I'm going to buy the 499 gold one, the 500 gold one, and it's going to make me buy the 885 one. I'm going to click it right now. Boom. It did not stop me from buying it. So that is why you see these books that have recently sold for such a high amount over what their average amount should be. It's because people get careless. People want to buy these books fast. They slam down their keyboard and they don't realize that when they scroll down the page a little bit, oh shoot, there's a book that's 9K. They do it quickly, they don't realize the price has changed, and then they just buy it. So I wanted to warn you guys about this scam today so that you don't fall for it, because I have definitely fallen for it when I was just in a hurry buying books. I was like in the middle of a Brella or something and I needed to get books and tried to buy them really quickly like that. And unfortunately, I suffered the consequences. So I want to tell you guys about this today so you don't suffer the consequences either. Again, luckily we live in Lost Ark in Arkesia where there aren't that many scams, fortunately, at least from what I've seen. But there are still scams out there, and I wanted to make you aware of it so you don't fall for it. So let me know down in the comment section below if you have fallen for this scam before, because I have definitely done it before, and I'm sure some of you out there have fallen for it as well. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to hit the like button, hit the sub button, ring the bell for notifications, and also I stream every single night on twitch.tv/MesoXshiro, so please come and join me starting at 10 p.m. every single night. But as always, if I don't see you there, hopefully see y'all on the next video. All right, guys, peace out.